Hi, I'm Andy from Marnock Outdoors, and today I'm going to talk to you about making fire without matches. Now, for this, you need three things. The first thing you need is a spark source, and what I'm going to use today, and I'll show you, is called a hot spark. And this is the same hot spark I got as a Boy Scout 20 years ago. I've been using it, still works, still good. The second thing you need is something to catch the spark, and I'm going to be using something I keep in my camping kit. I keep a Ziploc bag full of it every time I go, and that's just regular old dryer lint. Dryer lint catches a spark really easily. That's why you have to empty the lint trap, because if you don't, the heat will cause a fire in your dryer. The last thing you need is fuel, and for today's demonstration, I'm really only going to be worrying about kindling, which is really small sticks. The smaller the better, and they definitely want to make sure that they're dry. And the rule of thumb is if you break the kindling, when you hear it snap like a fire, that means it's dry enough to use. Finally, a couple other things about fire. One, you definitely want to have an open area with 10 foot of clearance all the way around it where you're not going to catch anything like a building or a tree on fire. And you definitely want to have a source of water nearby to put out a fire in case something would happen. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start building. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our dryer lint and we're going to pull it apart and really expose as many of the fibers as possible. This gives more places for a spark to catch, and it also allows more airflow to help feed the fire. Now what I've made here is called the lean-to fire. I've taken a larger piece of wood on this side here, and this will help block wind. You'd want to put this on the side that wind was coming from if it's a windy day. I put my tinder bundle down on the bottom and then small kindling above it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and use the hot spark and try to get some sparks to ignite this right here, and that should light the kindling on fire. I do have a small amount of sticks over here to help feed the fire. If I was building a fire for camping purposes or cooking purposes and I wasn't just demonstrating, I'd have a much larger wood pile ready to go, because you don't want to light a fire and then have to go look for fuel for that fire. As you can see, the wood has started burning. You have to be ready with more of the kindling, because this wood will burn out very quickly. Remember, with the hundreds of acres of forests that are destroyed every year by wildfires, it's important to remember, when you put a fire out, you need to make sure it's completely out. If you can't touch it, it's not out yet. Be safe out there.